Okay, so I'm going to try and see about nulling on this thing. Got a station here. It's F5MMX out of France. And France should be, if I'm not mistaken, France will be at about, 50, almost dead on 50 degrees from here. So we're going to turn the antenna to 50 degrees, and you can see the antenna's up there with the 3 red letters. So I'll put 50 up there, and we'll see if we get stronger as we come up on the receive antenna. Yep, so he came up from nothing to about an S2 on the peaks. So I'm going to take him and I'm going to go 90 degrees to that. So we're right on him. So the antenna is a circle loop. So the edges of the loop, which would be like the wheel or the tire, that's where your lobes are at. So you've got, if you can imagine the circle being like this, you've got 2 lobes here and here with the maximum right on the center line. And then where the axle of the wheel would be, you have two nulls, through that axle. So you've got, basically a big donut of RF, but it's a vertical, so you're looking at it. So on edge right now, 50 degrees, we're dead on this guy. And we've got a German station coming in on him as well. No, it's not. No, it's not German. I have to turn this back up. I can't hear what he's saying. DL5. DL5? It is German. But anyways, he's calling his station in France. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 90 degrees off angle. So 90 plus 50 is 140. So we should go 140, and he should be in the center of the null, or where I think would be the center of the null. We'll see if he drops off here as we're going down and see if that works on this guy. Yeah, I mean, he's down in the mud now. On the receive side of things, I mean, he's there. You can hear him, but barely. But if I go back to 50, see, he picks back up. Getting louder. Definitely louder. So not much more signal strength, but you can hear him better. So obviously this thing has a null, and we kind of know how to use it now. Just interesting. I wonder if I go to 45. I don't know how much, I don't know what part of France he's in, and a few degrees can make a big difference because of the angle, right? So if I'm on 50 here, but when you get out way there, 1 degree makes a wider difference. So I'm going to put it at 48 and see what happens. And of course, you got QSB too, so it's hard to tell. When you try to do these comparisons, it's really, and this is actually, I think it's the German station, so I'm probably a little bit off. I'm going to go back to 50 and wait for the French station to come back, because I really do think I've got the German station here, because I think the guy's saying his name is Wilfred, but I'm not sure. I missed the call sign, so I can't even look it up. Not hearing. What is he saying? Please. EA7. All right, now we're back on the French station. He's much stronger here. So I'm going to move it and see what happens. Yeah, there's definitely a change. Looks like to be about maybe 1 2S units. So what is that? 6 dB, about 12 dB of difference. So yeah, I think it's got a null. Now it's not what I expected. It's not like a 20 dB difference, but it works pretty good. Now my understanding, talking to Larry at W6LVP, the null gets deeper and narrower the lower the band. So as frequency goes down, so if you go down to like 80 meters, the null should be more pronounced at the center, but narrower, and the lobes will get a little bigger for the receive. That being said, when you get up to 30 megahertz or 10 meter band, really the circumference of the loop doesn't allow there to be a null, so it just actually is just kind of like a sphere that you're listening to. So which might help with taking down noise, because it definitely kills the noise, and you can see it on the scope where I'm getting pronounced noise on the big loop, which is VFO1, and that is, the left side of the scope. The right side of the scope, which is VFO2 or the subband with RANT, which is receive antenna, I'm not getting those big bursts of lightning. It doesn't look as big. So we're not getting the distortion we have from on the big loop, which is horizontal loop. So anyways, that's what we're looking at. So we can null things out, and we'll play around with this a little bit more. Going to take some photos outside, and we'll add a little bit more to the video later on. We'll kind of do a little more elaborate video on what the installation looks like and a little more about the antenna, but wanted you to see what I was working on. Anyways, NJ4Z, thanks for stopping by the Ham Shack. 7-3.